If you know Nigerian Christianity, then you know Dr. Paul ENECHE. But behind the massive glory dome, the thousands of worshipers, and the global ministry is a man who was once simply a young medical doctor trying to understand what his life was really meant to become. A man trained in medicine with a promising professional future ahead of him, but who would eventually walk away from the medical profession to pursue what he believed was a divine today. Dunamis International Gospel Center has become one of Nigeria's most recognizable Christian ministries, with the Glory Dome in Abuja standing as one of its most remarkable symbols. But the story didn't begin with a 100,000-seat auditorium. It began with a young boy from Benue State, a medical student, a wife who shared his faith, and a decision that would completely change the direction of their lives. This is the story of Dr. Paul ENECHE. Dr. Paul ENECHE was born on June 4, 1968 in Orokum, in Ogbadibo local government area of Benue State, Nigeria. He is from the Idoma ethnic group and was raised in Benue State. From an early age, his life was shaped by education, discipline, and Christian faith. He would eventually pursue medicine, a profession that would give him a respected and potentially lucrative career. ENECHE studied medicine and surgery at the University of Jos in Plateau State. But while studying medicine, something else was developing. His Christian faith was becoming increasingly central to his life. During his university years, he became actively involved in Christian fellowship and evangelism, and his spiritual life eventually began to compete with the professional future he had carefully built for himself. It was also during this period that he met Becky and Nyangbe Ibu, who would later become Dr. Becky ENECHE. Like Paul, Becky was also studying medicine. The two eventually met, and together they would later build not only a family, but one of Nigeria's most prominent Christian ministries. After completing his medical training, Paul ENECHE became a practicing medical doctor. On the surface, everything appeared to be falling into place. He had the profession, he had his wife, he had the opportunity to build a successful medical career. But according to his own account of the period, something was missing. In 1996, while in Jos, ENECHE found himself at a crossroads. He had several options ahead of him. He could pursue further medical training abroad, relocate to London to join his wife, or accept medical opportunities available to him in Nigeria. But instead of immediately choosing one of those options, he decided to seek God's direction. According to the account preserved by Dunamis Ministries on May 28, 1996, he went to a mountain on the outskirts of Jos to pray and seek God concerning the direction of his life. After spending 3 days there with little water and no food, he came down with what he believed was a clear instruction. Put aside his medical certificate, go to Abuja, and begin a gospel ministry focused on the presence and power of God. When he returned home, something remarkable happened. His wife, Becky, had also been fasting and praying while caring for their infant child. According to the family's account, she received a similar spiritual conviction about their future ministry, confirming to both of them what they believed they had been called to do. That decision changed everything. Rather than pursuing the conventional path expected of two young medical doctors, Paul and Becky ENECHE decided to leave their professional careers and move to Abuja. They reportedly arrived in the city without an established congregation, without a large organization behind them, and without the infrastructure that would later become associated with their names. They were starting from almost nothing. In November 1996, Dunamis International Gospel Center was established. The first Sunday service was held on November 10, 1996, at the Abuja Center for Arts and Culture in Area 10. It was a modest beginning compared with what Dunamis would eventually become. After only 2 weeks, the church moved its services to the Abuja Sheraton Hotel and Towers. There, the ministry continued for approximately 6 months. Then in June 1997, Dunamis moved to its present Area 1 location, less than a year after its establishment. According to the ministry's own account, the ENECHEs initially lived in a one-room boys' quarters in Abuja while building the ministry. They had left behind their medical careers and moved into a city where they knew very few people. But the small beginning would not remain small.
Dr. Paul ENECHE's journey is ultimately a story about conviction, sacrifice, faith, leadership, and the consequences of choosing one path over another. whether one views his story primarily through the lens of faith, entrepreneurship, leadership, or institution building. One thing is difficult to ignore. The man who once trained to heal people through medicine eventually built a ministry whose central message became the restoration of human destiny and dignity. And that is the story of Dr. Paul ENECHE.